How can you believe in your government when they can't even pay their own bills?
What?
But they'll throw you in jail if you don't pay your taxes. I say just about anything. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Y'all, our government is a hot mess. Oh, we've been knowing that for a long time. It's been bad, probably before I was born, most likely. We have a problem here in America, and it's with our government. They expect you to do a certain thing that they will not do themselves. And we love America, we do. We love the people, we love our country. We love everything about America except our government and our politicians, because they do the American people low down. You know, we put them in office and they do crazy stuff. They don't fight for your rights, but you better fight for them. You better, because if you're on the wrong side, you'll get canceled. There's a problem here, and it's with the aging. When I say aging, I'm talking about people who are getting older, people who's going to be dependent on their Social Security. Well, I'm about to show you a video, two videos. I'm about to show you the truth about Social Security. This is just not for the older people, y'all. Do you hear me, young people coming over here? This is about you too. It's about your future, okay? Our government is not what you think it is. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you don't pay your taxes, they will throw you in jail. But if our government don't pay our bills with our tax dollars and put us in debt for years and years and years, nothing happens to them. Nothing. They just keep sending money that we don't have over to other countries for a proxy war. That's what they doing. I know a lot of y'all don't think so, but we are in World War III. And some of y'all don't even know it. They screwing with our funds, y'all. But they've been doing it for years. Now, this is going to affect, like I said, you younger people. I don't know, I may be dead and gone by then. I have no idea. But I know it's coming, okay? Pay attention to this video right here. Close attention, y'all. And don't be skipping, right? Don't be skipping, because I got something else to show you too. Listen to what they said. The real truth about your Social Security money. You can't make this up, they said. You can't.
This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's going to try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. It's impossible. Because what happens, it comes up here, we spend it. We're $35 trillion in debt. We don't have any money. We're dead broke. And then taxpayers have $2 trillion in credit card debt. We are in huge trouble. In this body, we had better start figuring that out, because we're going to have a run on this city here soon, and there's going to be about 150 million people coming up here saying, where's our damn money that we paid in? I could have put my Social Security money, 40 years, in tax, in the market, and probably be worth 8 to 10 million today. But the federal government wasted it. So I'll get off my horse there. But it's good that we have this, because we got, I get a little pension check from education. I was part of a union. It's not going to help people. People are going to have to work, continue to work longer and longer. Am I right, Ms. Ginger? Can you say something about Social Security and it being taxed for some reason? We're taxing people for the second time on the Social Security that they put into an account?
Yeah, and I'd like to point out when Social Security was first founded, those who established it, it was started out as a 2% tax, and they said this will never take more than 6% of your income. Today it takes 12.4%, and depending on whether you go with CBO or Social Security trustees, it needs to take between 15.8 and 17.5%. So we're talking about thousands of dollars more per year. It also was actually only originally recommended that the tax be up to $66,000, equivalent in today's dollars of earnings. But over time, it has expanded massively, and the money has been spent every year. So whereas everybody thinks this money's been set aside for me, no, for the past 13 years, every dollar that has gone out of workers' paychecks has gone immediately to pay promised benefits. And that's what happens when you have a system that enables those in charge of it to spend the money in the immediate term and leave the buck to the next generation that's coming along. And because Social Security has grown so much, it's actually to the detriment of lower income workers in particular who have to pay such a large share of their paycheck to Social Security. They have little left to save for retirement. And then lower income and African American workers have the lowest life expectancies. So they are the most likely to get nothing back in return. 1 out of 4 African American men will die between the ages of 45 and 64.
Y'all know who they gonna blame for this, right? Trump. You know, they blame him for everything. Even stuff that's going on in the Biden administration, they're gonna blame Trump for it. Even though he's not the president, he is the cause of this. Trump left this debt for Biden. Somebody left that debt for Trump. And the president before that, even Obama, he had debt. All of them, Clinton, debt. Okay? So it's been passed on down through generations of presidents. Okay? So you can't blame one man, but they're going to blame one man because they hate him so much. So they say every dollar is used to pay promised benefits. Every dollar right now, today, is used to pay promised benefits for the coming generation that's coming. Your babies. This is just promise money. Even though we in debt, we're going to promise you that your baby, when he get old, is going to be able to get Social Security benefits. Even though it's bad right now, we ain't hardly got no money in the Social Security because we sending our money elsewhere. We just right now is just gonna make promises. And we know that promises, y'all, can be broken. Always broken. We know that. Then it said, every dollar is used to pay. I already said that. He also says all the scam. People can't live off Social Security. Well, we already know that. We see that right now today. That ain't got nothing to do with the future. But it's been like that for years and years, okay? Even before Biden, even before Trump, okay? It's been like that for years. It's hard to live just on Social Security. That's why people need to stay on a job. Stay your ass on a job long enough so you can get retirement money or invest in something. I don't like to gamble like that. I don't. But you need to get a side hustle. But you need to do something instead of sitting on your ass and dependent on Social Security. Now, I get mad when people say, well, people too old, they can't do that now. But you know what, though? I see people in wheelchairs. I see handicapped people. I see them hustling and bustling and making extra money. So I don't feel sorry for anyone because they're old. I don't. All right? I see the old men out there working, doing any means necessary to make his life better. U.S. is $35 trillion in debt. We dead broke. Dead broke, he said. So they done dried up our resources. So we just living. What are we living on? We just skating through life with our funds. We owe so many countries, y'all. What can they do? Can they garnish us? Can the U.S. file bankruptcy? Can they? Put it on down in the comment section. Let me know. I could have invested my own Social Security money, he said. And within 40 years, I could have had $8 to $10 million. Federal government wasted, though. They wasted my money. I could have had all that money. I could have had it. Who is running our country? Who is doing the economics? Who? What people do they have working for them? Who? I don't understand, y'all. This happened with every president. Who is doing the budgets? Taxing Social Security for the second time. That's what they do. I can get my Social Security when I'm 66 years old and 8 months. And then when I start getting it, I'm waiting, y'all. I'm waiting, okay? And then when I start to get it, they're going to tax it. Is that called double taxing? Is it? I want to know. Put it down there. They said it first started at 2% way long ago when they first started doing it. And they said it will never take 6% of your income. They said it would never do that, okay? But now today it is 12.4%. Why? Why is it so much? But yet still Social Security is in trouble. What? Somebody doing some crooked stuff, okay? You trying to tell me we hired dummies? They can't figure out the budget. We hired dummies to run the government, the economics. Dummies. It's a lower income people, like African Americans people, have the lowest life expectancy. So they hoping and praying that you die. What is it, 45 to 65, something like that. 45. So if we have the lowest expectancy of death in our black men, what's happening to the money then if a lot of blacks are dying? What's going on with the money? Because you know a lot of us got high blood pressure, diabetes, done had heart attacks, obese. And we don't live long enough to get Social Security. Ain't just the blacks though, but they trying to say it's more blacks. I'm going to move on to the next video. There is a solution, y'all, for Social Security. You tell me if you think this is okay with you, okay? If you would do something like this, if you think that this is a good idea. Or if you don't, tell me what you think the solution could be for you. Listen.
What if I told you we could eliminate Social Security, as well as ensure that every single child born in America retires with $3 million in their bank account? And the government not only wouldn't lose a single cent on this, but they would actually profit more than $1 million per person. Oh, and this program would cost less than 2% of what Social Security currently costs today. That would sound like something our government should do, right? Okay, so here's how we easily do that. Starting today, for every single child born in America, the government opens a $7,000 bank account. Now, there's an average of 3.7 million children born in the U.S. every year, so that would cost about $26 billion per year, which sounds like a lot, but when you consider the fact that we spend $1.4 trillion a year on Social Security already, that would mean this program costs 1.7% what Social Security currently costs, saving 98%. Now, the person's not able to touch that account until they turn 65. And all that's done with that account is it's invested in an index fund. The average annual rate of return on an index fund is 10.26%, meaning that when that person turns 65 and is ready to retire, that bank account will have more than $4 million in it. At that point, the government gets to tax them at 25%, meaning the person now retires with $3 million in their bank account. And the government made $1 million for their $7,000 investment. Oh, and to make sure there's no risk to the government or the taxpayer whatsoever, if that person dies before they turn 65, the government gets to keep the $7,000 plus whatever interest was made on top. So with the exception of the entire stock market crashing, there's no way for anyone to lose money. And that's it. It really is that simple. For less than 2% of the cost of Social Security, we can ensure that every child born in America retires with $3 million. But you know what? Let's not do that. Let's keep spending $1.4 trillion a year on a program that pays everyone $1,600 a month. So who the fuck wants to retire with $3 million? Why would the government want to make more than $1 million per person? You know what? Fuck it. I'm sure there's good tasting cat food out there.
They won't do this, y'all. They won't do it. It's a good plan. But they won't do it because they want everybody to be poor. They don't want you to have nothing, all right? Not anything, not nada. They won't do that for you. Because why? They don't love you. That's true. They don't love you. They sending all that money to Ukraine. They love them more than they love you. They laundering money, y'all, through Ukraine. Let me say allegedly. They are laundering money through Ukraine. He said, you can't touch the money until you're 65. Can't touch it. But the ones who died before that, the government just going to get the money. He said you can retire with $3 million if they invest the money. If the money is invested. I forgot what type of fund he said it is. But it's going to earn like 10% throughout your whole working life. You can just really and truly live off the interest alone, people. Some people. Okay, according to how much, money you want. They would never do it, though, he said. But 35 trillion in debt. We are 35 trillion in debt. How can we believe in the government, y'all? If we are 35 trillion in debt. Not millions. Not billions. Not zillions. But 35 trillion. That's still a lot of money. How we going to get out of that debt? How? Put it on down there and let us know. Should we do what this man said right here? Should we invest? I don't know what they invested in because I don't know anything about stock market. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their money because I don't have a clue about stock market. That's why they hire people to invest for them, okay? I can't even do that because I don't even have the money to hire anybody to invest my money for me. And I'm not taking no chances right now. I can't play Russian roulette with my money. I just can't do it right now. Maybe y'all have some of the bonds can do that, okay? But it sounds like a good idea. Now, do I know if it's going to work? I have no idea, okay? But I've heard this scenario before, over and over and over again throughout my lifetime. But the government don't care. They don't care. They don't care that you broke. They want to keep you in your place. That's what you're not understanding. Stay in your place. Stay in your lane. Stay poor. We don't want you to have nothing. We don't care if you suffering. Or we'll give you a couple of little free programs if your income is a certain limit, okay? But the people who make over that income, just a little bit, go to hell. Basically, that's what they're saying. You ain't getting nothing from us. Nothing. So y'all go down in that comment section and tell me what y'all think about this whole thing. Do you think this system will work, what he's talking about? Do you think your government is wrong when they can't pay their own bills, but they'll throw you in jail because you don't pay your taxes? Everybody should pay their fair share, where the government should pay their own damn bills. Pay your share fair from the people that loan you the money. All right. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.